This apartment, I gutted it completely and made it into this. Price per square meter on the rehab is about $400. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's awesome. I get 5 stars. I'm a 5-star host. So 93 square meters multiplied by $400. You're talking about a rehab cost to make it look like that, about $37,000. Okay, so let's take a look at one that we found on the Colombian MLS. This one is $131,000. This one's located in El Poblado. This is the location, Calle 10, and all of the touristy stuff is over here. So you're pretty much walking distance from Provenza, Parquelleras, even Parque del Poblado, right here in Alejandria. This is a great location for both things. Real estate investment to put up on Airbnb or to live in, because lifestyle, you're walking distance from everything. It's safe and it's quiet. So what does this look like? This is the property right here. I can already tell that this building is over 30 years old. This is the kitchen. This is a complete remodel, in my opinion. You could probably live in this if, again, it's lifestyle and you just want to live there. If I were to put it up on Airbnb, I would remodel the kitchen and the bathrooms. This is one of mine right here. This is what it used to look like. This apartment, I gutted it completely and made it into this. Price per square meter on the rehab is about $400. So I want it to look like this, right? So 93 square meters multiplied by $400. You're talking about a rehab cost to make it look like that, about $37,000. The gutting of everything and putting up new floors, doing the kitchen, everything. It's going to be about $40,000. And then on top of that, you need to furnish it and decorate it. That's going to be another $20,000 for a property this size. Let's say you talk it down and you get it for $10,000 less and you get it for, let's say, $120,000, $11,000 left. Plus the $40,000 to rehab it, plus the $20,000 to furnish it and decorate it like so that it looks like this. That is going to be about $20,000. You're all in for $180,000. Now let's go to gross income. This is how we figure out the cap rate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Airbnb and I'm going to go to that section or that area. Okay, Alejandria. And I'm going to check in. Let's see, March. Let's see how much these are going for per month. This is March. I'm going to put more filters too, because I want to make sure that it's exactly like my property that I have here. This is let's say a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. If I were to invest that, $60,000 into this apartment, it would look something like these right here. I would want it to look similar to this. And this one's going for about $2,500. This one right here is 2-bedroom, 2-bath. This is the style that I would want. Definitely this would be my competition. So let's say the average price and I always go conservative, $1,800 per month. Our gross income for the year, $1,800 times 12 months is $21,000, about $21,600 divided by our total investment. That's a cap rate of 12%. That's better than an investment in the S&P 500. Better than most mutual funds, CDs, etc. And this is a good and fast way to analyze a project. So this would be a good deal if I got it at $120,000 though. If I got it at $130,000, this cap rate would go lower. And I always want to be at a cap rate of about 10 to 12% or higher. Cleaning, maintenance costs, and everything, you do that after. This is just a quick way to get a good feel whether this is going to be a good investment. What would make or break that deal would be if I went there and they said, no, you can't do Airbnbs here. Okay, well, then I have zero interest in this apartment. I get a lot of clients that come to us and they say, I want to find a daily apartment. I'd be like, good luck. Only 5% of them are zoned as residential/commercial in order to do daily rentals. All investments are risks, so you definitely want to do your homework like we just did right there to figure out the cap rate, what your return on investment is going to be, and also consider the investment part or the return on investment is a great perk because a lot of people want to come down here and have a place to live when they're down here, whether it's like our latest client that just purchased an apartment. He's only going to be here maybe 1 month out of the year, but for that month, he's going to have his own penthouse apartment. And during the year, he's happy just breaking even on the apartment. He's like, if I just break even, this is awesome because I have an apartment in Medellin. The risk can be mitigated if you're looking into areas that are of high value. I would say a risky investment would be like investing in one of the hoods. Like, for example, like if I wanted to buy an apartment and put it up on Airbnb in Belén, that's a risky deal because there's not a lot of demand. The appreciation is lower than El Poblado. Tourism is not booming there. So that is way riskier. So how do I mitigate that? I only invest in areas that are up and coming or that are already here, like Provenza, Barrio Manila. My return on investments are over 15%. They're closer to 20%, but that's because I manage them with my assistant, and now my dad's here, so he's also helping me with accounting. So I optimize how I can make more money. On top of that, customer service who are Airbnb guests is top notch. So no matter what happens in the apartment, oh, something broke, boom, go fix it that same day, that same hour, and then take them like a little Godiva bar or something, just stuff like that most people don't do. And that's what marks the difference between me getting $2,500 per month to someone maybe with the same style of apartment getting $1,800 a month, just because they don't do that. And maybe they have an agency running their Airbnb, and the agency doesn't do any marketing, doesn't have that level of customer service. It's very impersonal, doesn't check them in. And then, by the way, this is another thing that I do. Once they're booking, I'm chatting with them and I say, hey, is this your first time in Medellin? And they say, yeah, this is my first time. Or no, this is our return visit, or I've come many times. I say, great, that's awesome. I have a PDF guide to the neighborhood of Manila where I have all of my favorite restaurants, cafes, co-working spots, things to do in the neighborhood, and then also a general guide of my favorite tour companies, etc., attached to a YouTube video that's on private in my channel, describing what's in the PDF. And this is the level of service that you're going to get once you book my Airbnb. Investing in Medellin, if you're a foreigner, yes, anybody can do it. You don't even have to have a local ID. A lot of people go through the visa route of getting the migrant visa for 3 years through purchasing a property. Minimum investment's $120,000 in Colombia right now for that visa. If you're buying for investment purposes and you want to make cash flow, you want to be as close to the beachfront as possible. And the beachfront in Medellin is Provenza. If you can't get more than what you could get at a bank, for your money, then don't invest in it, right? Like for me, it's all about making money, not only cash flow. Cash flow is great, but over time, I want to make money on appreciation. So if I can't make more than 12% on an investment in a property, then I'm not interested. Maybe you'll be interested in buying an apartment for lifestyle purposes, which is completely fine. And then the cap rate doesn't matter, but you do want to make sure that you're not getting ripped off, basically. So if you want to not get ripped off, if you want to work with me directly, there's a link in the description to a form. If you want to buy a property out here, you fill out that form with your requirements, your budget, how many bedrooms, what area, etc. And then I will contact you directly through WhatsApp to see if we're a good fit. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys next week on the next live.